for joining us today here at Desertwood Days. And I am your host, Kathy Blaze. Today we have a representative from one of our historical stores here in Arizona, Miss Allison Walker. Welcome.
Thank you, Kathy. It's so nice to be here. You know, Bookmans has been around a staple of Arizona for a long time.
Yes.
Our first bookstore was founded in Tucson in 1976, and
Wow.
it's a family-owned business. I'm proud to say that we've expanded to 6 locations throughout Arizona, and we're so happy to be here today.
That is awesome. You know what? I didn't even know it started in Tucson. I thought it was the first location was the Phoenix location.
Well, every location is home, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
We do. We have our roots in Tucson. Today, we actually have 3 locations in Tucson, one in Mesa, one in Phoenix, and one up in Flagstaff.
And Flagstaff also. That's awesome.
Now, the Flagstaff one is special. It has a cafe. So we are all a little bit jealous of the Flagstaff store.
Yeah. The store, you said Mesa, you mentioned Mesa, and you mentioned the, was the one in Phoenix off of 19th Avenue, was that the second location? Do you know, was that the second one here in Arizona, or was that the first one?
The Phoenix location?
Yes.
That's actually one of our newest.
Oh, really?
Newest ones. Yep.
Oh.
Mesa predates our Phoenix location.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I love them all, though.
Well, thank you. So do we.
I do. And one of the things that I love about it, and this being an entertainment show, is that's what we get out of Bookmans. I mean, you guys do a little bit of everything. People may think of Bookmans as a bookstore, but you guys have a variety of things. Can you talk a little bit about some of the things you do at Bookmans?
Yeah, I would love to. Well, we did start as a used bookstore. Our founder, Bob Oldfather, purchased the original Bookmans in Tucson from his father, who had decided to retire. His father sold it to him for $1. So we've come a long way from that little used bookstore. We've expanded quite a bit. We do have books, movies, music, video games, board games. We have a great musical instrument repair shop now.
Oh, okay.
So when people bring in their musical instruments, it allows us to take a little bit more that we couldn't do before. We've also started repairing video game consoles. So we've been able to start fixing those really old, highly collectible NES video game consoles, and we're really excited about that. But you're right, Bookmans is kind of a misnomer today, isn't it?
Yes, yes. And I don't know if you mentioned it, but you also sell instruments there as well, don't you?
Absolutely.
That is awesome.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. I was so excited. We did a movie called Pizza Shop, and Pizza Shop, we did not our premiere, but we did casting there. We did a couple other things there, but the most exciting part was for me was seeing our DVD in Bookmans.
How fun! I didn't know that.
Yes, yes, and I believe a consumer had messaged me a picture of the DVD in Bookmans. Also, I'm like, how exciting is that?
We love bringing in local artists, producers, authors. I'm fairly new to the position. I just hosted my first local author fair in November. We had 6 local authors come, sell their books, sign books, meet customers. It was a lot of fun, and I'm planning another one in the springtime. But we do try to do a lot with our local artists, our community. So I'm not surprised at all to hear that you did some casting and filming in a Bookmans.
Could you also let's tell our audience who Miss Allison is and what she does for Bookmans?
All right. Well, I'm the marketing coordinator for our Phoenix location. So I do our social media. If you're on Bookmans Phoenix on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, I'm the person posting those photos and things like that. I also manage all of our events at the Phoenix location. So the free Photos with Santa event at Phoenix, that was I'll be out there ushering people through. That'll be me. And we have a lot of recurring events now. I've been really lucky to partner with the Deaf Mentor Society. Our Deaf Mentor program, excuse me. And we've been doing a read and sign story time that's entirely virtual. I
just love this. That, I mean, it's just a one-shop place for the family.
Really, it is.
Yes, for the entire family. Dad can be able to plan his music, mom can be reading the book, kids can play their games. I mean,
Mhm.
you just have it all in Bookmans. And for those of you that don't know about Bookmans, this is the perfect opportunity for you to get out there and go
Mhm.
and see what Bookman is all about and to support. This is a, as she stated, a local company that started here in Arizona.
Mhm.
So that's awesome. And we are all about supporting our Arizona own. So we love
Mhm.
that. We love that.
Yeah, I've been watching some of your past episodes. You guys are doing a great job here, and we're just so thrilled that you invited us and gave us this opportunity.
Thank you. So, are there plans
Mhm.
for expanding that you know of?
Right now, COVID's really kind of thrown us for a loop. Every business has had to adapt to
Yes.
this scenario. So, a lot of what we're doing is still trying to stay one step ahead,
Mm,
keeping our customers safe,
right.
and still giving everyone the experience that they've come to know Bookmans for.
Right.
And a part of that has been requesting that people wear masks in the
Mm,
store,
hmm.
and then hosting a lot more virtual events right now.
And how's that going?
Our virtual events have been a lot of fun. It's great because people from all over can tune in.
Right.
So before, if Bookman's in Tucson was doing an event that you really wanted to
Mm,
go to, you had a 2-hour drive ahead of you, and now
right.
you can just
Go
log in.
right and participate in whatever
hmm
the events in Tucson.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly. So
Right.
it's honestly been a great way to get more of the community involved, and especially for people who it was harder to get into the store, who maybe had weird work hours or trouble with transportation. It's so much easier to log in. So although we do miss having our in-store events, we
Sure.
do
Of
love the
course.
virtual for that.
Of course.
hmm
So, does this give you guys an opportunity to collaborate, say, with Tucson stores or Mesa store or
Absolutely.
Flagstaff? Let me not leave Flagstaff out.
No, no, don't leave Flagstaff out. It has. Well, we still partner with local artists, so most of my connections are in the West Valley and Phoenix area. It has given us the opportunity to do more collaborative events.
Oh,
Um, Photos with Santa is a great example because every single, even though that's an in-store event,
mm-hmm.
every single Bookman's across the state is having Photos with Santa between
Okay.
December 10th all the way through the 18th.
Okay. Oh,
hmm
that is awesome. So, as far, let's say, if
hmm
Bookman's Mesa, Bookman's Phoenix has a calendar of events,
hmm
would Mesa, would the other stores pretty much have similar calendar of events?
It depends on the store.
Oh.
And any of our customers will tell you this. Each store has a little bit different vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
That the customers, we have people who come from Mesa because they say, "Oh, I want this, and I know this Bookman's is going to have it." And then the same is people. The Mesa store gets people from all over the
Right.
valley who want that
Just
specific kind of vibe that they have down there. Um, so the events are a little bit different in that
okay.
way, but they can be similar as far as we all do a lot of children family friendly events, things like that.
Okay.
hmm
So I and imagine that depends on who that person is in your position with
hmm
that type of vibe or what's going on at each center,
you know
would you say?
it's a store-wide collaboration.
Oh. So you say you're not gonna take all the credit, huh?
I would be nowhere without the store.
Because you had to leave here and go to work, I assume.
Our trade buyers are fantastic. Our management is fantastic, and
Yes.
honestly, I owe so much to them because they're the people when we get something really cool
Of
over the counter. They're
course.
like, "Hey, Allison, come here and take a picture of this."
Yeah.
So a lot of that fun stuff that you see on our social media is stuff that people are buying in over the trade
I
counter.
love that.
So no, I believe me when I tell you, I would be nowhere without the staff at
Right, of
Bookmans.
course. I love that. You know what? And being the host of the
hmm
show, and when people say, Kathy, you're doing a great job, I'm like, you know what? It's not Kathy. It's a whole team
hmm
of us putting this show together and getting it done.
Oh,
So you
absolutely.
have to give everyone their credit where it's
hmm
due. I
Oh yeah,
love that.
yeah. We'd be nowhere without our team.
That's true. That's true. So what are at this point, how long have you been with Bookmans?
So I'm actually fairly new. I'm coming up on my year anniversary.
Okay.
hmm
Okay.
But I've been a shopper since I was a child.
Oh, now see, that's awesome.
Hmm.
That's are you a local? Are you a native from
I am
Arizona?
an Arizona
Yeah,
native.
yeah, me too.
Yep, yep. Nice to meet another native.
Yes, yes.
But it's a story that I hear a lot is people go to Bookmans as children. They grow up
Mm,
with the store and then
right.
they end up taking their kids to Bookmans. And we love to hear that. When I was a little girl, our entire family would pack into our SUV and we'd drive all the way to Mesa because the
Right.
Phoenix store wasn't around yet, you know. So we were so excited
Well,
when they built the Phoenix store.
I can tell you my family loves
Hmm.
Bookmans, and that's because we love the oldies. My brother,
Yes.
my mom, and so we'll go to Bookman's to look for the oldies, the music, the oldie
Hmm.
music, and usually we can find it at the Phoenix store.
Yeah. Is it every
I'm
store
not
a
playing
little
no
different?
favoritism. That's just we're usually at in that area.
Yeah. Well, like I said, every store has a little bit different vibe, and we do have a
Yes.
really great music area with the CDs, the vinyls, all kinds of weird stuff that you'll
Oh,
find.
wonderful. So we were speaking about some of the things that you offer at Bookman's. But I have a
Mhm.
question. What do you guys have online shopping?
We have our signature Bob merchandise online, but as far as going online and saying picking up a couple copies of the books you need for school, we
Uh-huh.
can't offer that. Our
Oh,
inventory just changes way too fast.
sure.
We are happy if someone calls in. One of our employees will run out to the floor. They'll check to see if we have an item. We can even hold that item for 7 days until a
Okay.
person's ready to come pick it up. During COVID, we did start our curbside service.
Oh,
So
okay.
if someone is worried about coming into the store, we can absolutely accommodate that.
Okay, that's awesome. That's
Hmm.
awesome to know that they have those options.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. So you brought some media for us to take a look at
I
today?
did. I did.
Okay, let's take a look at what we have here today. Wow, that was cool.
Now it's a little old. You're not going to see that one on TV anymore, but it is one of my favorites
Yeah.
because it does show kind of the quirky, fun vibe that Bookmans have.
Yeah. I would hate to have to put all those books away though,
Yeah.
but that was cool. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
I'm sitting there playing the guitar while the books
Mhm.
are around you. Oh my goodness. And that's what I love about Bookman's.
Mhm.
People can go there and expect fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people go there because they
Mhm.
know they're going to have some fun, whether it's reading a
Mhm.
book or attending an event or something.
Mhm.
Tell us about some of the events you've had, let's
Mhm.
say last couple of months.
Okay. Well, we started up a monthly tarot study group, and it's all inclusive. It's about using tarot to kind of access your subconscious
Hmm.
and expand your perceptions. That's been a very popular event. We recently had a miniature horse
Hmm.
come into the bookstore.
Oh my goodness.
The miniature horses are certified therapy animals. They're from a
Okay.
nonprofit organization called Tender Little Hearts
Oh,
Mini Tales.
no.
They're absolutely fantastic. The children can read to the mini horses. And it's
Oh,
very encouraging for the kids because
yes.
you have this animal who's not judgmental. They
Right.
don't care if you mispronounce a word or struggle with a page.
Right.
So kids loved that, and we're looking forward to having them back in next
I
year.
love that.
Yeah.
Do you, and I just see this as just such a great place for everyone. Do you guys
Mhm.
get like some of the senior homes that bring the seniors in also? So,
Mhm.
do you
We
see that?
we do have I think like you said, it's a very family friendly store. So we
Hmm.
have people from all walks of life come
Yeah.
through the doors. And we too try to do events which are going to be fun for the whole family and for a
Mm.
wide age range. You asked about what previous events we've done. We just had
Uh-huh.
an open board game night.
Okay.
People could reserve a table, come in, pick any board game from the store that they wanted, open it up, and play it right there on the floor. And that was a really great kind of friends coming together, family coming together event.
Do you guys offer lessons, music lessons,
You know,
or
our
instrumental lessons?
yeah, our big thing is ukulele,
Oh,
actually. Our Mesa store has a really great monthly ukulele workshop.
okay.
And they come in, it's a very easy instrument to pick up and learn.
Uh-huh.
It's actually quite a bit of fun, and it's a little bit less expensive than, say, an electric guitar. So
Right.
it's a great beginner instrument. It's a great, if you just want like a little hobby
Mm-hmm.
or maybe something fun for a party,
Yes.
right? And they come in, they teach a couple basic songs, and that's every month at Bookmans Mesa.
Wonderful. Do you
Mhm.
play an instrument?
I do not.
No.
Oh, you don't want to hear me play an instrument. Oh, no.
I haven't played an instrument since what, grade school?
Not even that. I think they probably heard, me try to sing, and they're like, oh, not for this girl.
Oh Lord. How do you guys have a criteria
Mhm.
on the events that you guys select at the stores?
We try to be as inclusive as possible with the events.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of what we choose, obviously, we want it to appeal to a wide age range, but we're very anti-censorship. So we're not going to say no to something
Right.
that just because it's not popular. A
Right.
great
Right.
example, one of my favorite partners is the Drag Queen Story Hour.
Mm.
This is a nonprofit organization. They're nationwide, but the Arizona chapter in particular, we work with quite a bit for story hours, and they are fantastic.
Oh.
So that's just a great example of one of the partners that we have that we bring in.
Right.
That's a lot of fun, and even though they might be kind of unexpected,
Mm.
people do tend to really enjoy that event.
Right.
They're
And
reading,
what
they're
are they
singing.
called again?
Drag Queen Story Hour.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you can find them on Facebook.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Wonderful. I love that. I just love the variety that you have there.
Mhm.
I mean, I remember as a kid, I loved going to the bookstore. I
Mhm.
loved going to the library
Mhm.
because there was always something happening there.
Oh,
And it was a safe place.
Mhm.
And that's what I love about Bookman's is that it's a safe place for the family.
Mhm.
Families can feel comfortable going there, and dad or mom can go and do their thing while
Mhm.
the child is maybe in a group somewhere.
Mhm.
And it's a safe place. You feel like it's a safe place,
Mhm.
and you guys make it feel safe.
Well, thank
So
you.
I love that.
That's great to hear because we really do try.
Yes, yes. So, do you guys have any, what's coming up new for 2022 that you can share?
I can tell you that all of your favorite monthly themes are going to be back. Of course, we're going to do banned book month. We will be at the Tucson Festival of Books. That's a huge event down south. We are, fingers crossed, really hoping that we can be at Phoenix Fan Fusion this year.
No?
That's something that we're looking forward to. And on a smaller scale, all of our 6 locations are going to try to ramp up our 101 type workshops.
Oh,
So that'll be something to look for with a virtual event that you can log into Bookmans and learn how to do something.
okay.
Mhm.
So I know you guys are a for-profit organization,
Mhm.
but how would your community be able to help Bookmans more?
Bring in your old stuff.
Okay.
um, our with the exchange, that's kind of one of the cornerstones of Bookmans,
Uh-huh.
right? Is you can bring in your old stuff and get brand new stuff out of the
Oh,
store. So bring that in. If for some reason we can't make an offer on it, you can always donate the stuff that you don't want. We
okay.
do have a couple of nonprofit partners who come in every week and pick
Okay.
up the donated movies and books and games, stuff that we couldn't buy for the store, but people didn't
Okay.
want anymore.
That's wonderful to know.
Mhm.
And are you able to tell what items you're not able to take?
It really depends on the season.
Oh, okay.
If you are ever not sure if Bookmans is going to be interested in something, go ahead and call ahead.
Okay.
Ask the trade counter, hey, this is what I've got. do you want to take a look at it?
Okay.
Even though we can't make an offer over the phone, we obviously
Right.
have to see the item in person. They can generally tell you like, oh no, we're not doing textbooks right now, or we're not looking for
Okay.
this or that right now. So if you're ever not sure, just go ahead and call.
Is there ever anything that you guys are that's a hard to get item that you're constantly looking for?
Oh, what a great question. I would say games are pretty popular right now. Video game consoles, video games.
Oh,
But it kind of depends again on what's going on. Because if a new
oh,
game comes out, you're going to see
right.
a little bit of a change in what people are buying.
Do people still buy the old games?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Those are very fun and getting very popular again. Those
Oh,
old vintage consoles that you
oh,
and I grew up with, right?
yes.
And the big cartridge
Uh-huh,
games.
uh-huh.
People love those. Yeah.
Okay.
And we've just started being able to repair them at our resource center, which has allowed us to bring in consoles that ordinarily wouldn't have been able to
I
take.
think
So we're thrilled about
I
that.
still have one of those at home.
Yeah. Me too. I keep meaning to plug it in, right?
I'm like, I may use this one day.
Exactly. Yeah.
So tell our audience where we
Mhm.
can reach you,
Mhm.
Bookmans, your location, your hours.
Yeah, so definitely bookmans.com online. You can find all of our stores on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then our Phoenix location, where I'm from, is right down the street. We are at 19th Avenue in Northern.
Wonderful, wonderful. Any last things you'd like to share about Bookmans before we go today?
um, so, I call Bookmans the place to shop for that person who's impossible to shop for. So right before the holidays, we're bringing in a lot more stuff over the counter. So if you are thinking about bringing in items to trade, now's the time. And of course, now's the time to shop for that person who's impossible to shop for,
Wonderful.
because you will find something quirky and just right at
And,
Bookmans.
I'd just like to add this before we
Mhm.
go today. Yeah, Bookmans isn't just you guys have all kinds of little knickknacks. It's not just
Mhm.
books.
No, not at all.
Yes.
Music,
Yes.
games, movies, gallery items, home decor, you name it, we
So you
probably
guys
got
have a
it.
little bit of everything.
Oh, yes.
It was such a pleasure having you here today, Allison.
Thank you so much, Kathy. It was a pleasure being here.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us here today at Desertwood Days, and we will catch you next time.